There we go, that's correct. Sorry. I started streaming and was streaming to the incorrect server just then. So I guess that's how that goes. Alright. But hey, we're live, maybe. I'm getting some goofy kilobytes per second issues. We're not dropping any frames. Oh no, we are. Not many. I'm hoping it'll clear itself up here. I'm not sure why it would be running poorly. That could be why. Sorry, I'm just looking at Twitter. Okay, anyway, where are we? Besides, I need to pick up some music. Oh, shut up.
Some I deserve, others I don't.
Okay. I'm just getting all my stupid windows set up here. Alright. Hello, Damien. How's it going? Good evening. Where am I at? Am I on the wrong... Oh, I'm on the correct frame. We're good. I don't know how this character is supposed to look. So we're just gonna... Oh yeah, we're streaming. Don't worry, Dabbly. Actually, I should be streaming to both. I started streaming to Twitch first by accident, but I should be on both YouTube and Twitch now, so we should be good. I'm drawing an engineer who's messing around with this big globe. We'll just... Actually, this is a she. She's got a clipboard in hand and everything. That's a really low rail, isn't it? Whatever. It's just a storyboard. Oh no! Ah, well, I hate how it does that. The tablet works fine in most cases otherwise. It's just in this program. I forgot to do something. Oh. Something here. Also, I'm going to redo this arm a little bit. Not that it really matters. There. That's better. You're out of coffee. Oh no. Yadios, holy crap. Jeez, Yadios, how mean. Not that I necessarily disagree. Okay. I should have copied this before I drew in all those flames. $10 miles. Oh my goodness. Except we really haven't. It's just, it's a copy paste from earlier, so it's counting everything I've drawn up to this point, added up. So this fire's reacting to this person tapping on the glass. Actually, we'll just redraw this person altogether. Sort of. It's a big glass globe with a fire elemental trapped inside of it that's powering this train. And there's engineers down here clicking on the glass and writing reports and monitoring all the machines and stuff. So this person's like, whoa! Too late, Yadios. It's too late. I see. Because you're gonna be child interference, huh? So then this person turns around and it's just like, oh, well, we'll see about that, and it's writing on their little clipboard. Nope. Head's not quite correct, is it? Oh. think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. The fail count's not turned on creative streams. Yeah. I looked over, I saw that. I saw it. So then we have Sika saying a line here. What is it again? Oh, let's move this over to... Well, I guess this is fine.
Because you...
No, that's not it. Here it is.
Everything I own is run by magic. Impressed?
So she's... So, okay. Whoops. So we hear her start talking on there. We need lighter than that. This is fading into something in the background. I did play Cuphead more, unfortunately, so if we start again, we'll have to start all the way back at the beginning. I didn't get all that far, though. Well, I guess I sort of did. I beat everything on the second island except for the dragon, so I'll have to do all that over, but whatever. That clown boss is really annoying. How do I want this to look? I guess this is fine. I'm just like drawing the same thing over and over and over again. So we'll just... You've watched people break the clown bus? I had a bug on mine where it did something. Okay. This song from Doctor Who, this particular piece of music, is from one of my favorite episodes. It's like one of the ones in recent times that's actually really good. I mean, it's... People would probably disagree with me, but I thought it was really good. Oops, you know what? Oh, really? That's interesting. That's not the bug that happened to me. My bug was much dumber. I died, but then the game didn't end. So it was just stuck there with the boss doing all his attacks. Forever. And I'm just like, I can't do anything. I had to, like, Control-Delete my way out of the game. Actually, we are gonna need that. Issues here with this. I don't know, maybe it's because I need a glove, right? Like, I need something so my hand's not resting on the... I wonder if that's what's causing it to skip around like that. Because I do not have the best setup. I have to, like, rest the tablet on my leg.
It's that time of year when we're all dreaming of skiing and snowboarding in the deep powder around our offices at 10 Barrel Brewing in Bend, Oregon. And it's also that time when we celebrate the upcoming snow season with our annual winter seasonal, Pray for Snow. Look for Pray for Snow at your favorite pubs and markets, or at one of 10 Barrel's 6 brew pubs throughout the West. This season, 1% of profits support the Protect Our Winters nonprofit organization. Drink up and pray for snow.
The holidays are coming. Get ready with Xfinity. Now through December 4th, get started with the best in entertainment and fast internet for $35 each a month for 12 months when you buy both with a 1-year agreement. And for a limited time, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card when you add Xfinity Mobile and purchase a new phone. Click, call 1-800-XFINITY or visit an Xfinity
Turning a
store
California
today.
beach.
Restricted supply.
Some people really
Maximum
like
for
the
double
snow,
play
though.
customers only. Equipment taxes and fees, including BTV and RSN fees, extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Card offer requires term agreement and number porting.
Music can be cathartic, pulling you in from the very first note, delving deeper into your soul, finding parts of you you never knew,
I'm getting a little
allowing
carried
you to
away
be
here.
alone with your thoughts, bringing the rawest parts of you to the surface just so they can be healed. However you feel, shouldn't you really feel? With Bose QC35 wireless headphones 2, enjoy our most powerful listening experience yet. Tap the banner to feel
Oh my
more.
goodness. Where do you
Bose.
live? I live in
Get
Colorado.
closer.
It was alright today. It's supposed to be Valderos up there in the window. Oh, that would make sense. Of course it gets colder there than it does here. Well, I don't know. Well, no, it's not. Wait, it's just far away from us. That's the thing. Colorado is probably higher in elevation. I would assume. Just because we're like, you know, mountain country. Okay. How did I want to set this up? Valderos should be on the right of the screen, shouldn't he? Although I could flip it at this point. I could. Because I want Seeka to be in the foreground. Yeah, I think this will work fine. So we're gonna have Valderos here on the window. Probably not this big. Well, we'll adjust it if need be. That's too much of a curve. Wait. I've got this wrong. Hold on. Well, now I'm rethinking this. I was originally going to have it be that we see Sika first and then Valderos. Because she flicks on a lamp. There's a lamp on her desk that I had to go back and add into the rest of the scene. But she turns it on when she says the end of this line. So it probably needs to be on her when it cuts into this room. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this panel, but... Alright, let's do a shot here. I'm just trying to decide if I really want to jump the line here, because I kind of am. Welcome back, Damien. I'm just thinking. It's not big enough, hold on. My goodness. It gets to 300 sometimes here too. That's just Colorado for you though. I mean, it's rare, but it happens. As well as also being snowy country, you know. this program. I swear to God, I have an aneurysm every single time that happens. That's fine, whatever. Going to do some things. It's the best reason to go AFK, as we all know. It's probably an odd storyboard I've got here, but whatever. Whoa. Stuff some janky bookshelves in here. Then on this side we have the window. Okay. You know, I probably could flip these shots around, thinking about it. I don't think it would cause any major continuity errors. It's just that I know she's on that side of the room because of this shot, where it reveals the thing. She should be on the left of the room. So she would be on this side with the window on her right. It's probably fine. You know, in fact, I could even just do like this. Just move her over so that she's on to the left of the center. And then we'll get the window here with all the machines. And that room will just be between both the characters. That way the line doesn't get broken, I guess. looks like such a garbage. It's okay though. I actually don't like that. Oh, whoops, you know, this is gonna... So this needs to be set down on this side of the screen. I know storyboards are important, but I mostly use them for blocking. I mostly use them to settle down, like, you know, like, oh, where are the characters going to be standing? Not necessarily like how good the art quality is, or... So here's her little lamp that she just turned on, and then she sets it down. And how this lamp works is it's filled with little fairies that are being electrocuted, and then they light up whenever they get shocked. They have electricity, but they can't use it to power a light. It'll do something. Maybe there'll be like fire in the bottom or whatever. Something causes the fairies inside to light up.
Hey, Colorado, visit
No.
the new Whole Foods Market at Union Station, opening Wednesday, November 15th at 9 a.m. Explore Denver's largest culinary selection under one roof with Bird Call's Southern-style chicken restaurant, featuring 20 local beers on tap. Savor Israeli street food from TLV, or grab pizza, sushi, poke, and noodle bowls to go. Enjoy Allegro coffee roasters and food mill pastries from the chefs of Mercantile and D-Bar. Find Denver's best food at Whole Foods Market, Union Station, opening Wednesday, November 15th on the corner of 17th and Wewata.
Stuff. We've all got it. But here's the thing about stuff. We tend to lose it. Wouldn't it be great if there's a little thing called Tile that helps you find your stuff? With a tap on your phone. Hey, there's my keys, or bike, or stuffed Panda Ernie. But what if Tile was more than that? What if Tile was an entire community of people coming together to turn lost stuff into found stuff? Wouldn't that be great?
Visit Tile.com to join a world where everyone can find everything that matters. Tile. Together we find.
Panera now delivers, so you can order good, clean food right to your office, or door, or porch, or backyard, or front yard, or apartment, or dorm, or castle, or shop, or worksite, or wherever. For lunch, dinner, and everywhere in between. Click the banner to order or visit PaneraBread.com. Participating locations only. Panera.
Dang it, I just
Food
realized this
as
ought
it
to be in
should
a
be.
lighter color. After me getting that perfect. Why? Hello, Splatomated, how's it going? That'll do. It's the 6-year anniversary of this historic game. What? Oh, Skyrim. Oh, whatever. Screw it. You know what? You know what I would rather have besides Skyrim Day? A new Elder Scrolls game. I mean, granted, Granted, yes, Bethesda's made a lot of games between then and now. I just, you know... Whoa! So we're seeing him from behind here, so I gotta... He's leaning the wrong direction. Man, you guys are just talking up a storm. But that doesn't make it a new IP. They just do new versions of Skyrim forever. Yeah, I know, right? Like I said, I want them to just make a new Elder Scrolls game at this point. Like, I'm sick and tired of, like, Skyrim re-releases. I like Skyrim. I think it's a decent game. I like it. I think they did a good job with it. I know Yadios is gonna immediately disagree with me, but... whatever, you know, like, it's a solid game, it's got some bugs. I mean, if you go back and play it now, it's fine. But I think it still holds up, too, to some degree. But, whatever. You know what's missing from this shot? A background. That's supposed to be the wallpaper. Oh, that's right, saving's automatic. What happens if the character doesn't get what they want? If it's really bad, the illustration of what they value is very clear. Well, what do you know? I like this pairing of shots.
Why would I be impressed?
Because you're a dragon! Come on! I've read about you since I was a kid. The rulers of the sky, builders of the greatest civilizations, can bend reality to look like people, can breathe fire.
Occasionally exhale.
Nobody stood in the way of the dragons. Nobody could. Everything and everyone marched in line for them.
That is not inspiring leadership. If you leave it in there, you'll kill it.
Well, that's where you come in, obviously. Capturing the things gets expensive. I'm sure with your draconic knowledge, you could help us poor humans.
Well, not to brag.
That's what I'm bored in, is all that. Okay. So I know on this shot we're gonna have Valdera standing. How do I want to do this? Because I know she's going to jump in and start going nuts. And I have a cool idea for what I want to do when she starts going into her rant about how great dragons are. I want to do, like, flashback stuff. I won't be able to draw everything in its entirety because, you know, it's like... it would be a lot to draw. Whoops. He's too far away here. Although there's going to be all this stuff between them. Except she's not facing away from him in the other shot, so... Okay. You know, something I need to do here. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Why is that there? Oh, now it is there. That's incredibly strange. Oh! It's being buggy. It's being buggy. Well, you know what? I think... here, we'll just delete it off that main layer. There we go. Now the program is stuck. There we go, that's better. It's more symmetrical. Whoa. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Oh, give me a break. Whoops. I keep wanting to save. The more you try to tell the audience how to feel, the more likely they are to hate your story. Yep, that's definitely true. That window is not nearly wide enough. Maybe like out to here. Well, I don't like how they intersect with his head. Then they have the big fire elemental engine between them. No, we don't need to have that. How does this line go?
I've read about you since I was a kid.
Right there, yeah. Hello, Tater B. How's it going? How's that going? I'm doing fine, by the way. But after it does this, it cuts into like the storyboard mode. It's not really what I mean. Cuts into like storybook mode, yeah. After this line, so I need to decide who I want to focus on, her or Valderos. We'll focus on her. She's the one talking. And then I can remind the audience about that lamp that's sitting there. I forgot to merge all these layers up. Let's make sure we don't screw everything up permanently here. Oh, she doesn't have pointy ears. What am I doing?
Kyle is a dog trainer.
Okay, Sid. Good boy.
In his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
1, 2, good.
Kyle knows how to get results, but when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 30.
For many businesses, hiring is tough. You want access to highly qualified candidates, fast, and you don't want to sign a long-term contract or pay upfront fees. That's why you need Indeed.com, delivering 6 times more hires than any other job site, according to independent research. Indeed is offering new users a $50 credit to give their first job post premium visibility as a sponsored job. Redeem this offer at Indeed.com/audio. That's Indeed.com/audio. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
KBCO presents the Disco Biscuits. For the first time in a decade, the iconic Jamtronica pioneers return for 2 incredible nights at the Fillmore Auditorium. Friday, November 17th, and Saturday,
That hand is in the
November
wrong
18th.
location.
The Disco Biscuits, live. Get your tickets now at the Fillmore box office and all Ticketmaster locations. The Disco Biscuits, 2 nights at the Fillmore. Don't miss it.
This looks a little weird, but whatever. We're fine. It's just a storyboard. I'll be working with actual character models and I do the animations. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Now if I would stop picking up the pen, we wouldn't have these weird lines while I'm coloring in these characters. Okay, whatever. Oh, thanks. Thanks, program, for that. That is the wrong shade of blue. We are drawing lots of attention to this blue. For good reason. Okay. Here's our crappy background. Whatever. Hello, wait. Omega Draws. I was about to call you OMG Draws, but that is definitely not your name. Let's need a shot here. So this has to like... This has to like burn away into like an ink drawing mode. You know what I should have done? I should have copied this. Whatever, audios. The fail count isn't even turned on. Good luck. Hey, what's this? I see this. Get out of here. Blizzard Entertainment, BattleNet, ugh. Can I, if I turn myself appear offline, will it give me notifications, I wonder. So how would this work? I guess it'd just be like a page turn or something. We'll figure out the... Well, this is really where I should figure out this transition. In my brain... In my brain, I imagined this, like, burning away. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. So that doesn't work. What if I put busy? Maybe that'll be fine. Anyways, so what... In my brain, in my mind's eye, I wanted this to be, like, burnt away. Like, the screen just burnt into the transition. But... while that sort of works thematically, because... there's a lot of fire in this episode. There's a lot of fire in these characters. Oh, becoming self-employed. Oh, it's difficult. It's real damn difficult. But it's something that's it's always in demand. Really, you just have to throw yourself out there. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't even know if I'm like the best person to go to for tips on that sort of thing. Becoming self-employed. I'm sorry. I thought you meant employed by like a company. Self-employed. So, yeah, I mean, same kind of rules apply. You gotta throw yourself out there. You gotta just work constantly. A lot of people who are successful, you'll notice they work every single day. Like, they, you know, there was a guy on Twitter who I know became a character artist for some company. But he would sit down and he would draw, like, a character every single day. You know, he'd just wake up and that's what he would do. And it's the sort of thing, like, you know, when you first get into doing digital art, it's something that, like, takes up a lot of your time. And the more you do it, the easier it gets, you know? But, yeah, just be constantly working and be constantly showing your work to people and just constantly be like, oh, hey, I got commissions open, you know? I don't know, it's... Make sure you get a Tumblr, and a Twitter, and every other form of social media, and just, just have at it. It's not easy. I don't even know if my tips are that great. I feel like the things I would have to say about it are pretty obvious. I'm not even that successfully self-employed, so... Dang it! How come nothing works? Blizzard, you fail. We'll just close it. We'll just exit out of it. It sort of depends, though. So here's the thing. A lot of people, when they think of, like, doing digital art or animation, their minds immediately go to, like, Pixar or Disney or, like, DreamWorks or something. Whereas, like... I mean, the thing is probably not, right? Like, I mean, you could push for that, but... I mean, if you were doing, let's say, character animation or background design or something of that nature, you'd probably be working for a studio... like doing stuff for like Cartoon Network or something, honestly. Like, I don't like going for Pixar is like shooting for the stars, and that's like 3D animation. I don't know. I guess I don't know what just digital art you're doing or like what kind you're getting into. But there's a lot of venues for it. There's definitely more than just like the big names that everyone recognizes. There's a lot of stuff out there you could be doing. So keep that in mind for one. At the same time, I sort of understand your hesitation, because Disney is a bit of a monster. Like, I love their movies, but man, that company is scary. and like, I'm always hearing stories about how, like, oh, here's Disney, and here's even Pixar over here, who are, like, making deals under the table with other companies so that they don't have to pay their employees, and, you know, things like that. It's just like, geez, does this is necessary, you know, corporations? Come on. But whatever. That's a new story I heard anyway. There was a class action lawsuit, but for clarification on that point, there was a class action lawsuit because a whole bunch of companies, DreamWorks and Pixar and Disney, were included in this, I believe, where they had agreements with competitors, right? Like non-written. I don't think it was written, but they had like gentlemen's agreements with competitors, so that like let's say your Pixar and an employee quits, right? And then like that employee's like, I'm gonna go get a job at your competitor, right? Like, that's like a threat. You would be more inclined to pay that person more to hold on to them, unless they sucked. But in that case, you know, they wouldn't get hired by a competitor anyway. But you would want to hold on to your employees, so you would be incentivized to pay them like higher wages and to give them, stuff like that, you know. I'm sorry, veterinary retail. Yeah, you'd be incentivized to give them bonuses and things like that. But if you make agreements with your competitive company to say, hey, tell you what, we won't hire your employees if you don't hire mine, suddenly it's like, oh, now we can do whatever we want. We can pay you whatever we want. We can pay you garbage, and you can't do anything about it, because if you quit, no one else is going to hire you. You'll be blacklisted, and that's not technically legal. Which is why I don't think it's ever like a written agreement, but a bunch of companies were caught doing that. So it's like every time I'm like, oh, work for a company, it's like, oh, this industry is like a bit of a monster. Like it's a bit of a beast that you have to deal with. But you know, whatever. Most animation companies, that's actually not true. And here's the thing, see, like you're approaching this from the wrong angle too. Remember. You probably wouldn't just be working on something like Teen Titans Go. You might be working on something you don't like, right? And by the way, like I'm only saying all this to play devil's advocate here, really. You know, because I'm not saying it's a good idea to just go straight to like somewhere like Cartoon Network. By the way, I'm just saying that there's more options out there than most people think there is, and that's actually not entirely true, Yadios. People say that's because the big movies come out that are 3D CGI, but that's really just the big movies. And it's, I wouldn't even say that it's easier. It's just different. Like traditional 2D animation and 3D animation are just sort of different, and they're just entirely different things. And the way you craft them and the way you render them and everything else is just totally different. So I don't even know if I would necessarily agree with that. What's going on here? Why am I seeing a mouse cursor? That's should be happening. There we go. So I think I'm gonna have this just like do a quick wipe or something. We'll just. I could even just figure out the transition in the final cut here, but. Here, we'll do just to represent a transition, we'll do a big purple line, alright? And we'll just erase everything on this side. Yeah, Animate doesn't really pay a whole bunch. But you know, see, here's the thing: is we can discuss this stuff till we're blue in the face. The truth of the matter is that no matter what industry you work for, they're probably shafting you in some way or another at this point. Like, unless you're working for like a small business where like you know the owners and everything. I mean, it's like, you know, people will be like, oh, this is a difficult industry, or this in this business, people always try out to screw you. And then I'm like, you know, I worked for a grocery store in retail for a long time, which is considered like a regular job or whatever. And it sucked. And they were always trying to screw me out of everything. And everyone else I worked with were a bunch of assholes. So it's like, pick your poison at the end of the day, you know? I mean, there's gonna be BS everywhere. It bothers me when people use it as an excuse to like not move into a field, because it's like, it doesn't really matter where you're gonna go. You're always gonna be dealing with that stuff. But becoming self-employed is a whole different matter. Now, here's the thing. Like, we've been talking about industry stuff specifically, but here's something interesting that I'll bring up, is that I have a feeling that things are going to be trending more towards that kind of work in the future. Well, I don't know. I gotta think about what I mean by that when I say this. So it's like, I have this discussion all the time with my friends, but I personally think that the studio system is going to collapse. I think that Hollywood's going to collapse before a whole hell like decade. To be honest, I think that it's going to shrink dramatically. And it looks like things are trending towards like personal content creation. Now that that's not like an official term. So what I mean by that is like, you know, you're looking at places like Netflix producing things. You're looking at like YouTube producing things. And while right now, YouTube's original movie market is terrible because YouTubers are notoriously awful at making movies, apparently. I will say that it is still trending in that direction no matter what. Because I think it's just more friendly. It's easier to break into that sort of thing. And yeah, there's all this talk right now about YouTube falling apart because you've got like the ad apocalypse and stuff going on, right? But at the same time, all that really means is that more people are moving towards things like Patreon and crowdfunding to support themselves, and more we're seeing that that's viable, right? You don't need advertisers to pay your bills. And as soon as people realize that, as soon as companies realize that, you'll see things like YouTube become entirely different machines. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about like revolutionary kinds of changes in the film industry here, but I really do think it's trending in that direction. So, you know, while we talk about all this stuff, becoming a self-employed, you know, animator might be a completely viable path. I don't think that it's not worth pursuing, right? Because at the end of the day, get this, everybody, a long time ago, oh my god. No, but Yadios, that is advertisers. YouTube is doing that because advertisers are boycotting the platform. So YouTube is trying to say, hey, look, here's what we'll do for you so you don't have to worry about this. That's why YouTube is doing that, is because of advertisers, Yadios. Let me educate you on the subject. Snapping my fingers over here. But no, yeah, so, but the thing is that if advertisers weren't a thing, if like, YouTube didn't have to worry about, like, the Coke company, for example, showing up and being like, hey, we're gonna give you all your money, if they could make their money on their own through things like YouTube Red, they wouldn't have to do all of those things. They could just support whatever they want. But right now they're beholden to where their money comes from, which is their advertisers. I don't know. Whatever, Yadios. The thing is I know the history of this. Either way, my point is that things are trending towards subscription-based, like, creatively free platforms, so... Well, that's interesting. Wait, is that actually Patreon doing that, though, Tater B? Because there was a big story that came out where people were... their Patreon money was getting blocked, but it was specifically because they were... like linking it to YouTube or whatever. Like Patreon itself said, "Oh, this is not us, right? Like this is something else." So I don't know. I haven't heard about that though, Tater B. The fabricated history. So let's see here. I don't even know why I had to storyboard that, to be honest. Either way, despite whatever you want to throw at me, the fact remains that the trend is moving towards, or rather moving away from advertiser-based, like advertising-supported platforms. So, and that is just the trend. And look, here's the thing, we have precedent for this. This isn't the first time this has happened. This happened with television and this happened with newspapers. right? That's where we get cable TV from, is because there was crackdown on regular TV on the airwaves because of they were paid through their advertisers, you know, and now that's where cable came from. It's like, hey, this is a privately owned, you know, cable company, so we can do whatever we want. That's why you get such violence and nudity on Game of Thrones, and why people I don't have a problem with it. It's a little hypocritical because they'll still put commercials or whatever alongside these things, and the advertising companies don't seem to matter about that, which really tells you that it's really just all more about like the number of eyeballs and the money behind it. But yeah, it's just things are trending away from advertisers. It's just the way it's been. Politically controversial. Yeah, that's, you know, that sort of thing's happening all over the place though, isn't it? Where it's like, whether someone's right or wrong, whether their ideology is controversial or not, you have a lot of companies that are just pulling themselves away from it. To be honest with you, there's a side of me that doesn't hate them for this, because like, I feel like things are getting a little out of hand lately. Like, you know, you go on the internet and you can't go anywhere without being bombarded by politics, and I feel like it's reaching a boiling point. I mean, at the same time, I don't think they should just demonetize this stuff, because that's dumb. But it's like, this is getting crazy though, isn't it? Like, I wonder how it's all gonna end. But, you know, that's enough about that. I need to figure out how this bit's gonna go here.
The rulers of the rulers. Come on, I've read about you since I was a kid. The rulers of the sky, builders of the greatest civilizations.
Okay. So this is, I've read about you since I was a kid. And then it just does the Star Wars wipe. So we're gonna have, like... Where's this mouse? Oh, now it's gone. Okay. I had it in my brain how these dragons needed to look, and then all of a sudden I lost it. Oh my goodness. FB? You mean Facebook? Oh. I kind of tuned out. I needed to pull away from that chat a bit and direct it somewhere else. It's like I can see dragons in my brain, but then I go to draw it and they just fall apart. I don't understand. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Omega Draws, for the follow. Oh my goodness, what's that? Oh my gosh, this is a subscribe. So maybe you guys know this. How the frick do subscriptions work on Twitch? Every time I go to look at it, it's like strange. Let me look at this again. If I can figure out how to... I'm not going to show you the screen, but like... Well, it's just... Oh, maybe Tater B unsubscribed? I have no idea. No, it's just, it's strange, because so, see, okay, so... Maybe I need to change the date range on this. August. There's something goofy about how it works. It's like... It says something about, like, you can't... They don't pay out... Payout for each month of streaming will be sent 60 days after the end of the month in which your accrued revenue balance reaches $100. So what does that mean? Does that mean that they just never send you any money unless it's $100, basically? That's why I'm confused, because I swear I've gotten money from it before. Oh, see you later, Omega. I don't know. I don't mean to, like... I don't know. It's bizarre. Either way, it says I have, like, 1361. So... I don't quite understand. I guess it's just... It just stays locked in there until I earn $100, is my assumption. Oh, this is what I'm doing wrong. Hold on, hold on. And I'm still having some severe issues here. Yeah, okay. Well, that's what I figured. It's just bizarre. Oh, I hate drawing these things. I shouldn't, considering the show I'm working on here, but still. I'm just drawing them like planes. It takes a long dog to eat an egg this... Oh my goodness. You subscribed. I mean, you scared me. Although you did subscribe as well. I didn't mean to call you out there, by the way. I was like, Tater B unsubscribed? What? I didn't mean to call that out. I was just looking at it, and I was trying to figure out what it was telling me, because it was, like, not very intuitive, the way the revenue interface is like, set up. And I was, like, just talking out loud. But thank you. Thank you, loads. I need to I wonder... I guess I gotta get more followers before it'll let me add more emojis or whatever. I may have to come back to this because I'm falling apart here trying to make this work. 737. I know, right? Well, here's the thing. I used to be able to draw dragons really good, and then I didn't draw dragons for like years, and now I feel like I can't. And I don't know why. I tried to come up with like a system before where I'd do like one of these. And then have like a head on the end. So I do like this. And then just make these the legs. Yeah, it's a little goofy. You know, and then you put on the wings. What keeps... I don't want to click on that. Stop it. Stop it. See, if I was working offline, I would get a picture reference up to work with, but I don't want to do that here, because I don't want to be, like, showing that on stream, and I don't want to be... sitting there staring at a picture silently, you know. This is why I'm saying I might stop here and do something else, because I'm moving into unknown territory where I have to sit here and like do other kind, like I gotta focus on something else. Which means that, like, you know, I'm not being a very good streamer when I'm doing that. So yeah, we'll stop this here. Not the stream necessarily, but look at my new desktop background, everybody. I changed it. I changed it for Christmas. Woo! It was the Halloween one. Now it's a different one. I should make my own, I know. Oh my goodness. Let me check on something. I don't. I need to have a... Here's the thing. I really want to have a set streaming schedule. And that was one of my Patreon goals. If you don't know, by the way, I do have a Patreon. That the link is down here at the bottom. in the corner. Oh, what the frig is happening here? There, it's better. Anyways, yeah, so down here in the corner. But the first goal was like 50 a month, and it was so that I could basically materials cost, I could pay for my Adobe subscription through it. And the idea was that if I got to that number, I would set up a set streaming schedule. But like immediately upon getting to that number, pause this music. Immediately upon getting to that number, it was just like, oh, I have to move. So then I was moving, and I wasn't at home regularly, and then it was just like, you need to start a new job. So it was like, oh, okay, now I'm doing this, and everything's just all up in the air, and all of it has changed now, but I'm still moving, and I have no idea like where things are gonna land. So it's just like really frustrating, because it's just like, oh, good, we got to this Patreon goal, and now it's like, oh, this is all ruined. So it's just like I can't start a set schedule until like a month from now. So, but it's something that I want to do, and I still plan to. I'm also just dealing with like some other nonsense in my life that keeps getting in and causing trouble and causing issues for me personally too. So it's just like really difficult to stream around all this stuff. Because there's a lot of days where it's just like I just don't even want to face the camera or whatever. I don't have a camera, but so that's the thing. That's annoying. I need to set up a new Patreon goal regardless. I need to set up another one for like around like 250, but I don't know what I should do for it, so I haven't set it up yet. I do know that I've talked with the composer that works on Total Lost. We were discussing like, oh, you know, like one of the, like in the far future, like maybe one of the goals we set up is that if we're getting like this much in a month, we can then start putting the extra aside for like paying for like an actual orchestra to do like the Total Lost theme or something like that. That would be a lot of fun. But you know, that's all like distant plans. Right now I'm just like, shit, I just gotta overcome like basic bills and stuff. So but yeah, you know, whatever, we'll see what happens. We got to get there first. But I do want to have a set streaming schedule here soon. My plan is after Thanksgiving is done with, so like probably around the end of this month, so like moving into December, I'll probably be able to finally sit down and say like, oh, okay, here's the time I can set aside for this, like, you know, God willing, unless something else stupid happens. But yeah, that's what I should be able to do. So, well, we'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here because I don't know what else to do. I want to finish the storyboard before I move back into doing art assets. I mean, I could just do that now, but it's like, you know. I know it's been like a short stream. It's only been like an hour and a half. I might come back in a while and maybe just like play some games or something, but we'll see what happens. Well, until then, I'll see you all later. Have a good night.